is between Shell, the regulatory authority, the state the state government, and the communities. The KULA community, Belema community, Ofema community, and the Geze community, and their satellite communities. And the meeting is about re-entry of Shell to OML25, of the delay in reopening that facility. We are ready for Shell to move it to operation immediately, provided they carry out all the agreed terms. We have discussed about the welfare of the people. A lot of our children, graduates, skilled people are unemployed. And we are saying this has nothing to do with PIA. Our people must be employed if Shell is coming to work in our area. 2, community development, which was the major thrust why the place was shut down. And you are all aware that Melekari, when he came to KULA, promised that community will be developed before even production. So we emphasize that they should follow up with the 8-point agreement with Belema Oil, where community development, which includes human resources, both training and employment is also inclusive. Infrastructure is also part of those this thing. We are saying these communities must be developed because we have suffered enough. KULA was producing over 200,000 barrels of crude oil per day for more than 60 years. And we insisted that all the agencies should come and see Belema, KULA, Igeze, Ofoyama, and all the satellite communities around that area to see for their production, the level of production and the level of development in those areas. There are countries in the world who are looking for only 200,000 barrels to survive. But as a community, as a kingdom, we are producing that and there's nothing to show for it. Today's meeting also addressed the government, both the state and the local government, federal. Despite the huge resources, we have nothing to show for it. No roads to KULA, no hospital, no facilities, no light, no water. And this one, we have given Shell to 2019 to go and operate and fulfill these things. Shell has refused to fulfill these agreements, and that is why we are here. The state government has met with Shell, with Belema. The committee said Shell will sign an agreement with Belema to implement most of those things I highlighted. Shell has been dribbling us, and today they have assured us that within a short time they will sign that PO. As soon as they sign that PO and architectural security architecture, they are free to go and operate. We are not happy that 45,000 barrels of crude oil is being tied down for 7 years per day. 45,000 per day for 7 years is a huge resources that the federal government is losing, the state is losing, the local government is losing, and even the Shell, NNPC, and the community, we're all losing. So we want them to come and operate, provided they will sign that PO. If they don't sign that PO, they should not come in. If we don't see that PO, they should not come in. They have deceived us for over 50 years. Over 60 years, Shell cannot point to what they have done for the entire kingdom. Nothing. They have sold part of the asset, and they still want to retain this asset. And we know they want to divest also. No remediation, nothing. So today we've agreed that these things, they will go. They will do it. We also agreed that there should be operation and maintenance contract between Belema Oil and Shell. We want them to sign that agreement, issue the PO to that effect. We also agreed here that there is no pipeline there now to lift this crude oil. And so they should pass, when they produce, they should pass this crude oil to Belema facility for onward transmission to Borno so that they can earn money and develop our place. SPDC, we have agreed that must fulfill all these conditions before they will go ahead. And we have also asked the regulatory authority to make it a point of duty, including the NIOMS, to come and see, maybe subsequent meeting, to come and see these communities that is producing this number of oil, how developed they are, so that they will not be deceived by Shell. For us as a community, we are peace-loving and we can be able to protect our facility. It is also clear that PIAs alone cannot solve our problem. We must dialogue with them on the development of the community. If they don't develop the communities by giving us employment, by giving us infrastructures, particularly health facilities, light, water, scholarships, and other things, if they don't give us those things, we will not be happy. And we want them to make sure the light this time should come from their platform, so that we will not talk about diesel, we will not talk about anything. They should give us light directly. And they have agreed to these terms. So we want the world to know that we are not troublemakers. We are willing to support them. We are willing to protect the facilities, provided Shell will do the needful. 60 years ago, they started deceiving us today, and that's nothing to show. Most of you have also visited that site. You have seen the communities as media people. You've been there several times. You know how the communities are. It is unacceptable. We will not accept it, but we are ready to make peace with them, and they are promised to develop us. That is why we are here, and the meeting went very peaceful, and we pray that Shell will do the needful so that we can produce for Nigeria, we can produce for River State, we can produce for local government, for the communities, and even they that are producing should also make profit. That is why we are here. Thank you very much. Who wants to buy into OML25 should know the liabilities that are there. Liability and assets. You cannot just buy assets without buying the liabilities. And Shell has agreed, and we believe that today's meeting with you, it will be in the internet. So if it is in the internet, definitely they will investigate and know before they involve themselves. Alternatively, we are saying if Shell wants to go, Belema Oil have 7.something%, and therefore they should be given the first right of refusal. If Belema said they are not going to run the place, then they can look for other person. Otherwise, anybody that is coming and is not willing to implement this will not produce there. I can only mention some of them. One of them is to make sure we give them security. And they will employ our people for the security. They will make sure they provide all the facilities required for security. 2, they must also do community development. Community development means you must engage our people. You must employ our staff, our children. You must train them. You must give them scholarship. You must empower our people, our women. Give them money to trade. Train them so that they will know. Then give contract to our people. We have facilities they are running. Our people must be part of those facilities they are running. Give contract to them, empower them, and so many other things that we have asked. Because basically, if I want to call one by one, we will not go because it's put together to say community development. Anything that community need must be provided. Beside the PIA. PIA is just part of it, but the community must be developed.
Okay, so you said Shell has agreed so that you can show in the future that Shell agreed.
Those documents have been signed. That's why they cannot come in, because they refuse to implement. And today we have re-echoed them before the government. And they've agreed to, and the regulatory authority was also here. And they've agreed to implement that and sign the PO. Signing the PO means they've agreed to do all that. And that these contracts will be given out. They have given the contract to somebody. If they do that, then we know they have done it. If they don't sign the PO with Belema, we are saying they are not coming, they should not come.
Okay, so how long are you people ready to wait for them? Are you going to wait for them to eternity since there was no time
frame, sir?
We have, the regulatory authority was here. and they have the right to revoke the license. They have placed our problem before the card for them to see. They have known all the issues. The day of the senior partners were also here. They have also seen, they've had all the problems we had. And government, River State government and the local government, we are also here. We are not demanding too much. All our demands are genuine, and they did not say they would not do it. Since they said they would do it, the first test is for them to go to Belema and sign those documents with Belema, who is our eye. The community of Belema is in between the community and Shell. So if they do all that with Belema, and Belema Oil give us those documents, that they have signed them, then we have no problem.
We are very happy because the state government were here, the local government were here, the NUPRC, the regulators, and NMPC, the NUIPS, and Shell, and Belema Oil. We are all here. The communities that we are invited are Belema community and Ofayama. KULA, we are not invited. We raise an objection that KULA must be invited. That there is no way you can operate in OML25 without KULA. And on that note, KULA were asked to come in. But officially, they didn't have the invitation. Now we have already informed the regulators and Shell and Belema Oil that we have agreed that the operation should start in OML25. Because we believe that 45,000 barrels of crude oil per day that field is producing is a big, huge economic growth to the local government, to the state government, to the federal government, and even the IOCs. But surprisingly, we have come to notice one thing, that Shell has this myopic and divide and rule tactics that they have used to destroy Ogoni land. They are still bringing it to KULA community, of which we will not tolerate that one. We are not going to accept that one. As a youth president of this country, my own is to maintain peace. My own is to mediate. But I found out that Shell want to use their connection, their money to intimidate my community, oppress my community. First thing we told them, outrightly, look, give the PO to the security architecture being signed by Shell, Belema Oil, River State government, and the regulators. Shell is adamant to that one. Secondly, we have told them include KULA and Ofayama community, but we feel that up to now, Shell is still proving stubborn. But we don't have any options. We still take the peace approach. But what we have told them today, look, go and rectify what we have complained to you people before we can now know the best approach. We have told them again, there is no employment on the 8-point agenda they have signed. They should include employment. There is no environmental impact assessment that they are going to carry out from the 8-point agenda. So we have told them all those ones. The state government were here, the local government were here. But we now see that Shell is using that document to go and meet their supporters, to sign, to go and deceive the regulators that we have given them go ahead order to go inside and operate. That's what we are seeing in the hall. And I believe vividly that with what Shell is doing, they are not ready to work, and they are not ready to help Bola Ahmed Tinubu to meet up the target he has given to the NMPC to ensure by later December, Nigeria produce 2.5 million barrels crude oil per day by the OPEC demand. Even environmental degradation, they want to divest the asset. We are aware that we are not coming from that aspect. So we appeal to Shell. They should release the PO to the vendor Belema Oil, of which the community has given the mandate so that the security architecture can be closed out. Thank you very much, and God bless you.